RecRoom World ULTRA VP cab. Let's talk about it. So, what are you getting? If you're getting what I got, which is what they tout as being the 8.5, because it comes with a RTX 5070, it also comes with 32 gigs of RAM, a 2 terabyte hard drive that is preloaded with pin tables. You're getting quite a bit. What I'll say about this system: you are getting a powerhouse. The visuals are very good when they're working, okay? This did ship with the newest 3.0 system, or drive as they say, which is the backbone of the system. Otherwise, you just have a paperweight that is extremely expensive, which is a problem, okay? We're going to run through this, go over a few things. I do have some points that I want to bring up. I will just preface this by saying that for what this is, it is amazing as a just a system. The overall everything you get. So your back glass. I have the topper with the lights, and then just the size of it. Like, this thing is massive. So there's the value, I think, is there as far as what it is. It's extremely powerful, and it will continue to perform for quite a long time. So as new tables are being released, you can get them and put them on the unlocked hard drive that you have and play them. Now we're going to actually go into the system and we're going to talk about some things. Okay, right there you just saw, like sometimes when you're playing this or when you're going into the menus, you'll get just like white screens. You'll get some artifacting where the entire screen will go like just absolutely kind of crazy and get a bunch of weird colors. When you're playing, I've actually played quite a few games on this. You were getting a lot, okay? So you are going to be getting over 2,000 tables. Now, my caveat onto that is that it's not really 2,000 tables. You get a boatload of duplicate tables, some that are just like minor modifications, or they are just simply different iterations of the same table. For instance, you'll get like build 1.5 of something, and then you'll get build 1.7, which to me that's just kind of a wash, because why do you want the older version of a table when the most up-to-date version of it is what you want? Now, I will also say that there are completely different builds of tables. Like, so you'll have a mod maker that makes a version of it, and another mod maker that makes a version of it. So I'll give you an example of this would be right here. There's different versions of some of these tables, like James Bond 60th LE with the pup pack. It's really cool because you'll have the video playing on the back glass, as you can see up there. And then you have the OG table version of it, which is also really cool, okay? So that is very nice. But there is a lot of bloat in the drive, unnecessary tables, like not needed. Something else I have ran into periodically is there are tables that are not formatted properly as far as POVs. So for instance, like let's say I'm gonna load into JAWS, okay? just take us a few seconds to get in here. Load times are very fast, so that is definitely a bonus. Okay, bam, we're already in. Okay. What you'll see on some tables is when I'm saying there's a POV issue, sometimes the table will actually cut out like a portion, like a few inches of it. Okay, which that can be problematic. There are tables that aren't complete. You'll have some tables that just won't work, as you'll go in and they just don't function. Okay, so the 3.0 I would say is adequate. I wouldn't say it's horrible, I wouldn't say it's great. But when you're paying for something like this, I don't expect adequate, I expect great. Something that I noticed in one of the videos for the RecRoom world is that they tout this as being a third party and therefore shirking responsibility of what it is. I don't agree with that because you're shipping it with this. So my advice to them is, if you're going to do something like this and you're going to ship it, you need to play test it before you ship it. Don't just continue to clone drive after drive after drive when you're selling thousands of tables. If you're going to clone these tables and ship them out in new units, you should do a full run through of the tables. And I know that, you know, oh, there's 2,000 tables. You know what? Cut a lot of the tables out. They're not needed. When you have like 5 to 7 versions of a single table, that's completely not necessary. I don't need, you know, 1.5, 1.7, 2.0. Give me the most up-to-date version and give me the pop pack version. That's all that's really necessary. There are a lot of older games which are great. Where you see a lot of like the revisions is the newer like VPX style tables, which again I don't really care to have like a million different versions of a single table. Hopefully that's something that they can work on with their next iteration the following year. I don't like the fact that there's like no support. That the fact is that the drive is the drive, and you can send them bug reports, and then they say, oh well, it'll be, you know, updated for the next iteration of the drive. Well, sadly, the next iteration of the drive won't be for a full year, and possibly even longer, because it took them a really long time to get the 3.0 out. Okay, so if you're looking at third-party drives, there are other options out there. I'm not going to say what they are. I just know that there's an individual that does it for this, and I know that there's another company that I have used in the past that does it as well. If you're thinking about getting one of these, I think that it is an absolutely amazing machine for what it is, but there is room for improvement. I wasn't happy with what happened with my wrap art. I had and again the drive issues with the OS. There are stability issues, freezing, crashing, artifacting, those types of things. But with that being said, hopefully this has helped you with your decision if you decide to look into one of these. I started at the games, and then I came to this. I am happy with what it is, but I feel like when you're paying 5 times the amount for something, I shouldn't be happy. I should be blown away by every aspect of it. So take that for what it is. Hopefully it helps you out with your decision making if you want to get one of these. If you want to discuss anything about this, please feel free to drop a message down below, and I will get back to you. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so if you don't have one of these, These things are massive. To put it into perspective, this is the ULTRA VP cabinet, and then for comparison, that is the At Games 4K. Okay, which this is where you would want to start entry level. It is a really good system, and I would recommend it if you are wanting to get into digital pinball and then eventually regular pinball. It's a great entry price versus just jumping into real pinball tables or the ULTRA VP. So, first of all, we're going to go over the actual cabinet. I'm going to be turning my light on here so that you can see it. I have some pretty strong critiques here. The hardware for the system is amazing. What is not amazing is stuff like this. There is like bubbling on the wrap, and there's more like big bubbling, and you're gonna say, oh, we'll just press it out. I have tried pressing it out and it just keeps coming back. There's another big piece right there, big bubble, will not go away. Like, we're gonna go over this because for what you're paying for this, you would expect this to be almost perfect. Along the edges here, like, look at this. Along the edging, it's like that, it's like that. So I don't expect this. Like, when you're paying like 5 times the amount of what an At Games 4K costs, this shouldn't be like this. Look at this. Just like bubbling all over the wrap. Okay. Whereas there was a really bad spot. Wonder if oh yeah, here it is, right here. I don't know if I'll be able to get it because it's like right in this. There's like really big bubbling right there. More up here. Like along here, you see there's like all on the edging. Right in here. So bit of a disappointment, honestly, for what you're paying for. Other side is pretty much the same thing, which is very disappointing again. I put the guards on here just because obviously you're going to be slapping these all the time, and you don't want to be wearing through the wrap that you have, because the wrap is literally just the skin and you're going to rip through it. Same thing here. See that? Heavy bubbling. Forget about trying to press it out because it just comes right back. All that. Yep, right along the edging. The wrap itself, the artwork is amazing. It's just extremely unfortunate that to get it in the shape that it's in. Okay. All right. Okay, now we're going to go inside and have a look. So I'm going to open up the door so we can look inside. And other people have done this, so it's not like anything new, but wire management is really good. It's super clean in there as far as the work that they did, or they had done. Like, everything looks good. Wire management, you got your amps back there. You got 2 amps in the back, and then you have one, or you have this up here. Very clean. Everything looks good.